Dear students, welcome to today's discussion on role of higher education in national development of India. So, national policy of education concept that education is an unique investment in the present and the future. Investment is that process in which we employ something in expectation of more returns. So, higher education is also the investment by their parents, by the government, in expectation of more returns in terms of productivity, in terms of national development. So, higher education has a crucial role in nation building process. I have repeat here the primary objectives and secondary objectives of higher education, because all these objectives actually reflect the role of higher education in national development. If you observe, each of the objectives of higher education has an important role to play in national development or nation building process. Let us see what is meant by national development. So, national development is the index of a country in terms of social security. It is the change or improvement in growth and development which includes social, cultural and economic improvements. Whenever we talk about national developments, there are some specific indicators or components on the basis of which we can judge about national developments. These are some components. Suppose the agricultural development and food security. If there is more development in aspect of agricultural production and food security, then we can say a nation is developed. Industrial development in terms of employment generation or industrial productivity, quality education and enhancement of knowledge explosion, medical and healthcare facility, improvement in infrastructural aspects. All these are some of the crucial indicators of national development. So let us see how Indian higher education has placed the role in upliftment of all these aspects in Indian context. Let us go with some characteristics of higher education in India. These are the benchmark of higher education in India. Availability in terms of infrastructure and educational facilities. As you know, after post-independent period, Indian higher education has seen an explosion in terms of numbers of higher educational institutions, and that leads to increase in enrollment rate. Though it is not as expectation, but Indian higher education can be made available to a number of years, as well as it is made accessible, because regardless of gender, religion or socio-economic strata, eligible youths have the opportunity to avail higher education. Another feature is acceptability. That means higher education is in the concurrent list. It has the responsibility of the state and center to bear the cost. There are also public-private partnership institutions also, and therefore Indian higher education is acceptable and adaptable to its extent of quality. Though we cannot say in terms of world ranking that India had a higher education is quality higher education, but to an extent, Indian higher education is adapted and it is also affordable because of the different government policies and programs and provisions that is undertaken by the government to make Indian higher education to contain some kind of benchmark. So, what we can say that this Indian higher education has some scopes or provisions. Right from the independence period, there are different committees and commissions, as you know, and it has made some recommendations and policies, different provisions are made But I have mentioned some recent developments or provisions that are initiatives undertaken by the government for enhancing Indian higher education facilities. National Digital Library for free online courses by different quality higher institutions to provide higher education to all aspiring youths. Udan scheme for girl students to encourage in technical education. Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya scheme for professional development of the teacher. Unnata Bharat Abhijan for promotion of application of technology. Rashtriya Avishkar Abhijan for reviving indigenous technological innovations. Global Initiative for Academic Network, that is collaboration with foreign counterparts for transmission of knowledge generation. Education quality upgradation and inclusion program that is projected for 5 years to enhance the qualities of educational infrastructure. All these schemes are there, that is through which it tries to provide a level of quality education to Indian youths. Through this, what we can say that the growth of higher education environment leads to develop skill and capabilities, productivity of individuals. It leads to more opportunities and security of life. And security of life leads to better lifestyle, better economic growth and better national developments. So when we talk about national developments, we have to judge it in terms of its indexes that I have mentioned in the earlier phrase. Just judge or see or observe how Indian higher education has played the role in nation building process. So increased higher education, increased enrollment leads to productivity and economic development. As higher education provides highly skilled manpower, it drives the economy with more productivity and more income generation, and it helps in reducing poverty. Human resource development in terms of employment generation through optimum exploration of human abilities and pursuits. As you know, education is the process of development of human potentialities or inborn qualities, and higher education has the crucial role to develop these qualities or abilities of the young, through which they can contribute in nation building process. Another aspects of national development is that higher education helps in developing critical thinking as well as scientific temper, and thereby it helps in promoting scientific and cultural values. Different research activities also helps the Indian citizens to enhance the science and technological aspects also, and thereby helps the country in knowledge building process. Next one is different other arena of national developments, that Indian higher education helps in creating environmental concerns, developing different strategies for environment protections. It also helps in promoting peace and stability by reducing inequality through equal distribution of income. Medical education and pharmacy education, etc., helps in improved health and nutrition, as well as it also helps in lowering child and maternal mortality rate. It is also one of the crucial indicator of national development. And higher education, particularly the professional and general education, also along with also the vocational education, also helps in generating the political sensitivity and participations also. And these are another aspects in which higher education plays a crucial role. It helps in developing sense of social responsibility. It promotes social efficiency, through which an youth may be self-sufficient. He or she may be able to know and judge the rights and duties entrusted by the country. It promotes national and international understanding by developing critical thinking and judgment. Presentation of high ideals of justice and social service before students leads to leadership development. It also influences in personal developments also. And personal development, as you know, leads to national developments. Higher education also helps in developing, increasing women participation. Equality of educational opportunity leads women participation more higher, and it also helps in fostering different democratic values that lays the foundation of nation building process. Different vocational subjects, science-based education and research also helps in these aspects of, in this age of knowledge building process. And in total, what we can say that the growth of higher educational institution, the increased rate of enrollment has created an ambience in growth of higher educational environment in India. Though there are different challenges, though it is the higher education scenario of India is not as per its expectation, but still higher education of India helps us in developing skills and capabilities of the youths, and that leads to productivity of individuals. More productivity, more social security, better livelihood, better lifestyle, and all these individual development leads to better nation building process. So dear students, I hope you have an idea now how Indian higher education is playing its role in nation building process. So if there is any queries, drop a message. So thank you.